Hello friends, I am Professor Sachin Ratnakar Kokane from ENTC Department of ASSMS Institute of Information Technology Pune. Today we will be seeing generation of delta modulation signal by using a Matlab software. Already I have written the code for delta modulation signal and I am running this code through the browser. So on Matlab website you can directly run the Matlab code through the browser. Okay, so instead of installing directly we can run through the internet also. So the code here it is written. So first instruction is what CLC means, it clears the command window. After that clear all means it clears all the registers, workspace registers. After that close all means it closes all the previous running programs. So in delta modulation, as we know that uh, here we are going to compare the original signal X with the quantizer output signal. Okay, that is what Xn. So these two signals we are going to compare, original signal X with quantized signal Xn. If original signal is having more amplitude as compared to quantized signal, then delta will be incremented, and if original signal amplitude is less as compared to quantizer output, then delta will be decremented. Okay, so that is what delta modulation. So whenever there is increase in delta, if there is increase in step, then we are getting bit 1 at the output. Whenever step is decreasing, that time we are getting bit 0 as output. That is what delta modulated signal. Okay, so let us see here how to generate this delta modulated signal. Through this diagram easily we can understand. Here blue color signal is what original signal, that is what X, and the red color signal is what, that is what quantizer output signal. Okay, so if I consider at this timing instant, so at this timing instant inputs is having more amplitude. So this is what input signal amplitude, which is more than quantizer output. That's why here quantizer is giving plus delta output. Okay, so from here up to here delta is increasing continuously. Okay, and after this, at this time instant we can see that after this instant the step size is decreasing continuously. Why? Because now the quantizer output is more as compared to input signal value. That's why it is decreasing continuously, and at the positive peak and at the negative peak there will be some flat portion. That's why this here will be seeing the toggle action, plus minus, like this. Okay, so whenever there is a increase in step, okay, whenever step is increasing, that time we will be getting as bit 1 at the output, and whenever step is decreasing, at that time we will be getting bit 0. Means from range from here up to here we will be getting bit 1 as output, and in this region we will be getting output 0 1 0 1 0 1, and after this again we will be getting output as bit 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, so let us see the code. Okay, so here I am taking amplitude a equal to 2. So message signal amplitude will become 2, and here time axis we are taking from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, starting value is 0 and last value is what, 2 pi, and the intervals that we are taking is 2 pi divided by 50. Okay, means total 50 samples that we are going to consider. Okay, so since our message signal is a sinusoidal, that's why we are using the inbuilt function sine. Okay, so x is equal to a into sine of t. A is what, amplitude. So x will become our message signal, and that is indicated here in blue color in the output. So blue color signal is what, our a into sine of t. Okay, so the next instruction is what, hold on. So why we are using this instruction hold on? Because if we want to overlap two different graphs on one above another, means if we want to overlap two graphs, then we have to use this instruction, that is what hold on. Okay, so the first graph is what our original message signal, that is continuous sinusoidal signal, which is in blue color, and the second signal is what quantized signal, quantizer output signal, which is in this red color. Okay, so these two signals we are going to overlap, that's why here we have used instruction hold on. Okay, so the next instruction is what g is equal to length of x. So there is the inbuilt function length which find out the length of the matrix x. Okay, so x is what our message signal. Okay, and here we are using sign of t. T is having values from 0 to 2 pi and the interval is of 50. Okay, so total 51 values will be there, right? So this value of g will become 51. Okay, and what we are doing here, we are plotting the signal x in blue color. Okay, so here b stands for x comma b. This b stands for what? It is nothing but color of that waveform. Okay, so for blue color we using here b notation. If I want to plot in red color, then instead of b I have to use here r. For green color I have to use letter z. Okay, so here I have used blue color, that's why I'm using b letter. Here you can see the original signal is in blue color. Okay, so by using this instruction we plotted the original signal x. Okay, so here we are taking the step size, that is what delta. Here we are taking delta equal to 0.2. Means if input signal is having more amplitude as compared to quantizer output, then step size will be increased by 0.2. Okay, and if input signal is having lower amplitude as compared to quantizer output signal, then step will be decremented by 0.2. Okay, so that's why here we are deciding at what amount that step should be incremented and decremented, and that value here we have taken as 0.2. Okay, now the next variable is xn. Here xn stands for quantizer output signal. So initially we are taking quantizer output signal xn equal to 0. Okay, now as I said, in delta modulation we are comparing two signals. One is original signal, another one is quantized signal. Okay, so for comparing we need if condition. Okay, since there are total 51 values, here we can see from 0 to 2 pi and the interval is 50. Okay, so total 51 values are there. So for all 51 values I have to process the signal. All right, so that's why I need a for loop. Okay, and g is what? Already we have calculated value of g here. All right, g is nothing but what? Length of x, and x is what? X is having total 51 values because t is having total 51 values. That's why x will be having total 51 values, and here we are calculating length of x, so g will be having length of 51. So g value is what? 51. Okay, so here we are processing the signal from for I equal to 1 to total 51. Okay, and here the logic starts. If x of I is greater than xn of I, means what? X of I is what? X of I is nothing but what? Original signal, and xn I is nothing but quantizer output signal. Okay, so here we are comparing these two signals. If original signal is having more amplitude, then we are setting output as 1, d of I equal to 1. D of I is nothing but it is a delta modulated signal output. Okay, if input signal is having more amplitude, then we are setting output equal to 1. Okay, and what we are doing, whatever the quantizer output is there, initially we set it to 0, xn equal to 0. Okay, if input signal is having more amplitude, then we are incrementing the quantizer output by delta. That's why the equation becomes xn of I plus 1 equal to whatever the previous value of quantizer output is there. Previous value is what? Xn of I. In that we are adding the delta value, and delta is what? 0.2 here. Okay, so whenever input signal is having more amplitude, in that case quantizer output will be adding plus delta. Okay, and the next is what else? Else means what? Now input signal will be having lower amplitude as compared to quantizer output. Okay, so in that case delta modulation output will be 0. That's why d of I equal to 0. And the next case is what? And whenever input signal is lower, then we are decreasing by minus delta. Okay, so whatever the previous value of quantizer output is there, in that we are decrementing by minus. Okay, so this is what the logic of delta modulation. Okay, so this first end is for if loop, is for loop. So here whatever the xn is signal is, the xn is what? Our quantizer output signal. As we know, quantizer output is a staircase output. That's why we have to plot it in the form of stairs. That's why here we are using inbuilt function stairs. So whatever the xn matrix is there, that we are using to plot a staircase waveform. Okay, why? Because quantizer output is always a staircase signal. Okay, so that's why we are using inbuilt function, that is what stairs. So this will plot the xn signal in the form of staircase. Here we can see in the red color the quantizer output is in the form of staircase. Okay, so in this program we need not to give any value through the keyboard. All values we have given in code itself. That's why, so directly we can run from here. Okay, so let us run browser. It will take some time. Yeah, this is what output. This is what blue color is what original signal, red color is what quantized out. In this portion input signal is having more amplitude, that's why quantizer output is increasing continuously by plus delta. And after this input signal is having lower amplitude, that's why quantizer output continuously decreasing by delta. Okay, and during the positive peak and negative peak, since there is a flat portion, that's why here you will be getting plus 10 10 10 at the output. Okay, so this is what comparison. Then where is actual DM signal, delta modulated signal in workspace? We can see here. So on the left side you will be having a workspace. Okay, in this workspace in code D of I, here D is nothing but what? Our delta modulated signal. Okay, so if I double click on this D matrix, here matrix will open on the right side. So initially value will be 0, then 1 1, it will be continuously increasing, that's why 1 1 1. After that here you will be seeing toggle 0 1 1 0 0 1. After again it will be having value 0 0 0 0. Okay, so this is what DM output. Initially it is 0. After that, for positive half cycle, step size is continuously increasing, that's why 1 1 1 1 1. Now here we can see value changing from 1 to 0, 0 to 1, again 1 to 0, again 0 to 1, because here it is a positive peak. Since there is a flat portion, so after positive peak the step size is continuously decreasing, that's why output will be 0 0 0 continuously till negative peak. Okay, so once we cross negative peak, again value will be 1 1 1. For negative peak again there will be a continuously toggle action 0 1 0 1 0 1, and after that again we will be getting output as 1 1 1. Okay, so this is what DM output. Thank you.